What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Vontae, the day portion of Mugen Eclipse.
And it's me, Mr. Twitchy, aka Mr. Sicky, because I'm coming down with a cold. You guys don't care. You're here for Demon Slayer. This is Season 3, Episode 9, today.
Last episode, we got to go into Tokito's backstory. He's starting to remember a lot of stuff. His mother was sick. She died from an illness. His father was trying to get some herbs for the sick mother. He ends up dying from trying to get the herbs in a storm. So both parents died. He remembered that he had a twin brother named Muichiro, and he had a very the way that he coped with the trauma of losing his parents. He was a little mean, or very mean to Tokito, more headstrong and trying to think more logically and not react emotionally to the circumstances. They didn't really get along after all. They even ended up having a big argument, stopped talking to each other.
For months.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, which is crazy. You live with them, but okay. But the master's wife, she ends up coming to pretty much try to recruit them because they are the descendant from first breathing, clan of first breathers. Then later on, we see that a demon came in and slashed off Yuichiro's arm, and then Tokito, he ends up blacking out, going crazy on that demon. He just mutilated it. All them limbs was off. He put rocks into him, logs and stuff. Then he came back. He seen Yuichiro was dying, bleeding out. He's got the sword that I forget his name, but that the swordsmith that was working on his sword had finally finished, looking clean. He got it now, and now he's going against Gyokku. So he is whole right now, and he's talking this shit too. Words for his brother. But yeah. So that was a great episode. I'm excited for this one. You see the title of this episode. I mean. It should be fire.
It should. And one last quick point to add on to that for you guys. He awakened his curse mark. It looks a little bit different than Tanjiro's, but he seemed to be getting more licks in, again, pause, than he got previously when he was fighting Gyokku. But with that being said, let's delay no longer and get into the newest episode of Demon Slayer, Season 3, Episode 9, right about now.
Now, whatever you do, don't push this button.
I am Groot.
Uh-huh.
I am Groot.
That's right.
I am Groot.
No! No, that's the button that will kill everyone!
I really do love that he internalized his brother's shit talkery.
It lives on.
It fits, yeah. And it fits even more because it's like he's very emotionless, but he's still talking shit. It's like one of the first times we actually got like a Demon Slayer talking shit to a demon.
Exactly. He called your shit asymmetrical.
Said,
Whoa.
Yeah. Whoa. What?
Jujutsu Kaisen, movie 0. Ooh.
Yeah.
It's more like a reptile than a snake or a fish.
Yeah, honestly, I was about to say 3 people. That's kind of, you say like 1, okay. But 3 people seems.
This guy is sarcasm personified, and I absolutely love it. He's like lame.
I love this because it really makes Gyokku look like he's not an upper moon.
Whoa, colors are changing? He punches fish?
Ugh, stop.
Your looks, trash. Your smell, trash. Your skills, trash.
Back it up. Man, this whole thing right here was one of my favorite moments.
And I especially like the one-track note characters who typically suppress all of their emotions, especially when they start to get a little bit cocky. And that's not a bad thing in this particular instance, but man.
Ugh.
Yeah.
maggots and stuff. Ugh, maggots is really one of the nastiest things in the world to me. But like I said, the shit talkery is completely different. There's somebody that can back it up completely, and this one that's just talking and is not really doing jack shit. Look at him.
I love the particle effect that's kind of like lagging behind his movement.
Oh, yeah.
The synth! Oh my god! Mo Shinderu.
Man, that boy looking clean, boy.
Shida.
That clean swipe reminded me of Hell's Paradise or something like that.
Thunk. I don't know what part of his head is up and what part of his head is down.
He don't either. When he got beheaded, he did not know.
Sayonara.
Don't be reborn ever again.
Shut up. Thank you.
Shit.
Oh,
damn,
calamari!
Damn.
Oh.
Okay. Well, damn.
The pieces are in pieces.
Is that the line? I think that was the line, wasn't it?
I think so.
Oh.
That's the volume extra, I think.
If he did this by himself against Gyokku, who's ranked higher than Gyotaro, which we literally have to like 4v1 or 5v1 or 5v2, like, that just goes to show Tokito is like that.
You got asthma or something? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I mean, you're right about that.
Of course, she had something there.
Oh, I forgot about that.
See, the thing is, I remember that he had something because I'm like, okay, he would be dead. But then I didn't know he had that, though. I forgot about that.
It's like you have the Hell's Paradise Sutra in the background. Man. No, this might be the best sound design season. It's just so varied. Boom.
Damn.
Oh no!
That is
I don't remember that either. You're on 1 foot.
Yep. This is so tough. All you gotta do is hit the goddamn drum and them dragons go to work.
This reminds me of a Metroid Prime OST. Or just get eaten, Luffy style.
People with claustrophobia like, ooh. Warida. Yes, sir, love that. The sound.
Yes! Yes!
Finally she's here, right? Because I know a lot of people's like, damn, where is she at, man? Damn, Kanroji, hurry up. Get those goldfish out of there and come here. And she is here.
Immaculate. A whip sword.
You little boy. You little. You little too. Yes, sir. Or yes, ma'am.
Whirling
flips. Whoa. Go crazy. Yep.
Just like the sheer amount of swordsmanship you have to use this particular weapon is insane.
Very, very. because it's not only are you slashing, but you're also like wrapping around, grabbing. You have to move.
You have to
well
put
with
out
it.
the blade whip in front of you to use it as like a shield.
Yep. Good episode. Tokito, it was light work for him. Like I love it. But that also, guys, especially if you're anime only, that's also kind of like makes you think for like the upper three. They gotta be on their A game. So just, you know, I remember when I seen this, I was like, okay, yeah. If Muzan's already pissed off at like Gyotaro and Daki's defeat, what do you think he's gonna think when Gyokko, he just went out the way he does, and then, you know, we will see what happens with Hantengu, but like so yeah, because he got washed. Like I said, it made it seem like Gyotaro's is way better than Gyokko. So what we got here, man?
Oh yeah, these guys exist.
I forgot. I ain't gonna lie.
I miss these idiots. Okay,
so
we're just
turn,
keeping it rolling.
Yep.
Senbachiro!
Machiro. My goal. But yeah, man, that was great. Like Tokito, he was on it. I mean, we seen it from the end of the last episode, and in this episode, he finished the job very easily.
Yeah.
He was smirking, talking a lot of shit, which of course, he needed to. He needed to because Gyokko's talking a lot of shit, but not backing it up really, or at least only talking shit and only getting quote unquote W's against people who aren't even fighters at all. So like, yeah, you're Gyokko, you're a disappointment. Muzan's probably pissed, or he will be pissed once he get the news. So, but Kanroji coming in finally, we got her here. I love the sound design with her every time she pops up. It's so elegant. It fits. The sword is like one of the best. Honestly, it's probably one of my favorite like weapons in anime is her sword. I don't know where it ranks on my like top list, but it's like,
oh, that's a tough list.
It's on the top list because it's something I haven't seen before. So I gotta put it somewhere, you know, whether it's top 50 or whatever the case may be. It's in the top list, you know. But what's your thoughts on the episode?
So, a common theme in One Piece is something called inherited will. So, you don't need to watch One Piece to know what it is. I'll explain it right now. But it's someone's mindset that passes away is then brought forward into the next generation by the surviving members. So, in this particular instance, Muichiro, after he got done defeating Gyokko and he had the flashback or like the ethereal plane conversation with his parents, he saw Kotetsu standing over him. That's because Kotetsu was protected by two things. He was protected by what Tanjiro said to Muichiro, because Muichiro never would have saved him in the first place, for then Kotetsu to return the favor by blowing air into the bubble. And then furthermore, with Tanjiro, he carries on the will of Rengoku via the sword guard. So that sword guard, it protected Kotetsu's life, in which it just came full circle. And I just love that about Demon Slayer. They mentioned something about reincarnation in this particular episode. I'm not going to get into that, but just the inherited will in Demon Slayer, I really love that for swordsmanship, because especially when these breathing styles are passed down for generations, sometimes even within families, sometimes not within families, that's just, it's so great. I love different swordsmanship techniques that they all use.
Yeah, definitely. And it really does show, because like I said, during the episode with Rengoku popping up again, I always said that it was really cool that for Hashira to go down first, it would be him, because the way that other Hashira view him is always interesting. Because like even in real life, if you know somebody that's like positive or always like happy, enthusiastic, energetic, like yeah, they could be annoying, you know, on the surface level. Okay, like calm down. But also you know that they're good vibes, right? So for somebody like him that was very, I would say he was practically one of the, when it comes to the Hashira, they looked at him as like, yeah, he's one of those guys for real. This is somebody that we would want to have here with us for a long time. And it's always cool to see that Hashira sometimes think about him at times. Or even if the anime or the manga just brings him up in general, it just shows that he's a special character and it's the right character that you can use for moments like that. So I always like that about his character. It's kind of like with, I'm not going to get into it, but like, I'm just going to say Himino, right? It has a similar type of, it's not exactly the same, but there's a similar concept in a way where it's like that person, like I said, I'm not going to get into spoilers or nothing, but how it affects the rest of the cast.
Yeah,
right?
she has a large social network, and I also want to remind you guys, Uzui was thinking about Rengoku when he was fighting Gyutaro. So that's back-to-back Hashira versus Upper Moon fights that Rengoku has came back in. So a great point about Rengoku going first in terms of the Hashira dying. I didn't want my boy to go, but his death played a purpose in both of these last two arcs.
Yep. And also, even like when they first got the news, you see the reactions to everybody. Like even the characters are more cold-hearted, or at least at the time what we've seen from like say like Sanemi and Obanai. Well, Sanemi was like more mad. Obanai was like, oh damn, like okay. But either way, it was just interesting to see their reactions to that too. So, good call from my opinion from the mangaka. But for this episode though, like I said, shout out to Tokito. He did his thing. Loved the animation. Loved his forms. Yeah, he just obliterated Gyokku. He really cut him up into like many pieces.
Sashimi.
And yeah, and which is crazy too, because it's still night out.
Yeah, they don't even have the battle upper hand in terms of it being dawn. Like I'm pretty sure the moon was only like 60% through the sky, so they still got like quite some time. And Genya, Nezuko, and Tanjiro, I know they're not considered Hashira level just yet, but they are sincerely struggling versus this new form of Hantengu. So again, shout out to Kanroji. She came in, she saved the day, and she said, I've got this. So let's let her cook.
Let her cook, for real. Let her cook, man, because, I mean, we seen what old boy Tokito just did. He cooked up some sushi, for real. A lot of it, too, for the whole village, you know, after they could celebrate, eat all the demon sushi. No, I'm sorry, don't eat that nasty shit. But anyway, though, shout out to him, and also I'm looking forward to Kanroji doing her thing. She already started to pop off now. We're going to see what happens next week. But that's pretty much it on my end, though.
And that's all I got on my end, guys.
All right, so like we said at the end of every video, I hope you guys all have a good one. Stay tuned for more content. We got more content coming out. We got Vinland coming up this week. We got the openings and endings for the Mugen music medley series coming out. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, so I hope you guys all have a good one. Please stay safe, stay healthy, stay clean. See you guys all in the next video, and peace.